Greetings everyone, and great here from another Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition replay. Spawn on the left side as the red poles, we have Escalus. Spawn on the right side as the blue Malians, we have Shegin. And let's go and cover each player's civilization bonuses. The poles, they are a cavalry civilization. Villagers regenerate health and increases per age. Gets the full work instead of the mill, which grants immediate not cash refund, collection on fresh farms that gets built, and stone miners generate additional gold in addition to the stone. Unique unit is the Ooblik, which is a armor stripping infantry unit, and the wing hussar on alternate to the hussar upgrade. Unique text sacrilege, knights cost 6% less gold. Light kick legacy, light cavalry deals trample damage. Team bonus, scout cavalry, light cavalry, hussars get +1 attack versus archer. Over on the blue side, the Malians. They are a infantry civilization. Buildings cost 50% less wood. Barracks get +1 piece armor starting in the feudal age, and villagers drop off 10% more gold. 10% more gold. Unique units like a beta, a fast-moving, axe-wielding, melee-dealing, damage-dealing, ranged infantry unit. Unique text is Tugwell, towns with fire arrows on garrison, pretty worthless. And Farambia, cavalry got +5 attack. Team bonus, universities work 80% faster. Do not have red have reached the feudal age there. Scouts stabbing each other. Both players in feudal age. We may see some scouts being put up by red. Yes, we are. And looks like we're going to see a bit of aggression now. Blue could go. Does have a barracks. Trying to pull out some spearmen there. Both scouts have gone down. And now this first scout is going to push forward unescorted. So he can be quickly focused down by a spearman, and we'll have trouble first hitting these villagers. Do not have a stable being plot field, so maybe I need to pull out scouts to engage the scouts. Of course, I've got a full work over here. Got the boar being claimed next to it, and can get some berries out as well. He's going for some earlier farms there. The farms built around the full work are quite useful, or quite have a good collection rate of that initial collection. He may be eyeing just to build the farms there and then move on, but looks like he does not. Of course, you also collect the boar on the farm, but the berries would need to take a bit of time to clear out. But of course, they don't cost any wood to build. Scout cavalry trying to push around. Got a pair of farms being pulled out by blue. And I got additional cavalry now being pulled out by the pole. Trying to push forward, trying to get some stabs on the scout cavalry. It was unsuccessful. Over here, got this scout moving around, as well as some more palisade walls going up. Blue does have a nice little wall in there, even taking time to collect up these deers. These villagers should be almost at capacity. Oh, there we go. That's what I was thinking. Trying to pull out the mill right there, but some of these villagers are trying to deposit away, but so he will build the mill there in time. And we'll get a nice little food drop off there and be now collecting the rest of this deer. He can pull out more farms in the back line to keep them safe. Because that mill is not entirely wasteful just to collect up one deer. Red has now 4 scouts deployed on the field. Blue, not sure what he has deployed at the moment. Just 2 spearmen. If you take a look at here on the map as well, they've got 3 relics right here. 1 relic here. And 1 relic here. So looks like Red got lucky for relic placement. Blue got very unlucky. Got a line of palisade walls now being pulled on the field. Spearman does get some good stabs there. Villagers trying to avoid these scouts. They're getting some good damage. This spearman being brought in over here, trying to deal with these scouts now. Now he will be engaged and will be focused down there. And got more of these palisade walls going on up. That scout will be spotted there. Will be picked off by that spearman. These spearmen do pick off 1 more scout there as well. And now blue's eyeing for a castle age. Red is not eyeing for castle age just yet. Has a good amount of resource store on up, but since blue has been skipping on military, it allows him to get out a faster castle. The unity tech is not going to be useful, but he could always go for a castle for Gabados, or he's probably likely going to eye for knights. We do have, of course, one stable to put on the field. Got horse collar now researched as well. And he will knocking his slices there. Spearman will ward away these scouts. And now Castle Age is complete for blue. Red has not even started his own Castle Age. Does get a good couple pokes there, taking out some of these scouts, but some of these spearmen will go down as well. Palisade walls are still going up. This area is being walled on off, and it's going to take time to wall off the rest of this area with a house. Blue is now being out a camel rider, not a knight. Got the wood chopping technology for blue, and now the camel's trying to pursue these scouts. He's being very defensive. He's not building up a sizable military force. He could eye for a monastery there, try to claim up some relics nice and early. Zalek Dago now trying to pursue the camel. And now Red is now going for his Castle Age, going for melee infantry melee attack armor. Interesting. He may be eyeing for a lot of spearmen if he's going for that. He can only go with the pikemen. He can get supplies, but not Gambersons. Camel's now engaging these scouts. Will get some great damage from them. And he, of course, will be overwhelmed. One more slice, and he does get another scout there. The last scout will take out the camel there. But he was quite wounded there as well. We got additional towns been pulled up by blue. He's eyeing for mass village production. It was a good idea. I do now have two bulwarks now pulled out in the field. And two additional towns that is now being built. I hear some slices. These scouts trying to break on in. And we got a line of houses there to stop that area from being a breach. Townsend is here to claim up this stone, and this Townsend is here to claim up this gold. Red's now advanced to the Castle Age. Blue does have some good gold deposits on the front line, but those could be hit and harassed. Got a bit of gold here and here. So there's not actually a lot of gold on this map. So blue should eye for monks relatively soon, escorted by some camels. Blue scouts are pushing forward. Maybe they're trying to hack apart these housing. Blue's camels trying to pursue that red horse. Now we do have additional villagers being pulled out by blue as well. Of course, with 3 villager queues, that could be a lot of villagers. Red right now only has 1 villager, going for pikemen as well some knights. That is a market there, not another town center. There's another town center. The rest going to be severely behind on villagers for the time being. Red is now research pikemen. He's eyeing for squire as well, so he's going for knight pikemen. He is very concerned about mass camels by his opponent. The Malian player is an infantry civilization. He can't get heavy camels. Bloodlines, husbandry. Can't get hussars. Can't get paladins. Can only go up to Bodkin Arrow, not Bracer. His opponent can only go with the pikemen instead of halberdiers. Of course, they do get very significant plus 1 pierce armor. That's not going to be useful this entire game. And overall, the Malians are more a generalist civilization. They may be labeled infantry, but the Farambia is plus 5 cavalry attack. And the only thing that's infantry related is getting plus 1 pierce armor, well, per age. But Red's not going to pull out any archer units, so that's not going to be very useful. He does spot the pikeman there. He could potentially deploy out his longswordsmen to engage his force. Longswordmen do okay versus knights, but perhaps go for a pikeman longswordsman to deal with this force. Mangonel's going to hurt as well, trying to add some additional housing there to hold the line, going for the archery range. He's now going for fletching and archers. Okay. He's really skimped out military production. His buildings do cost less wood, so he can potentially quickly build out some infrastructure. Let's get out some archers. We do now have crossbow being researched as well as bodkin arrow. Those units will do fine in Castle Age, but in POH they will heavily fall off. You can get Arbalist, just not Bracer. We have these archers engaged, getting some damage there onto these pikemen. They do fall back. They do have 2 pierce armor at the moment. Archer crossbows do right now 7 damage. Knights do have 3 pierce armor and a whole bunch of health to boot. Now do have mass crossbows being pulled out by blue. This sizable force is now dancing around. Got some pikemen here. Red appears not deployed out a monastery himself, so now decides going for a monastery. Blue's not going for ballistics. Very good. Has a university there. And right now, Blue's are trying to stall to get more crossbows. We got Town Watch as well as Wheelbarrow now being deployed field. Wheelbarrow's very good. And it's a very different situation. Town Patrol will be useful. They know this opponent has an army. Knights are getting hit significantly. Blue may want to go, or red may want to go in for some more armor at the moment. He's going to be fighting against a lot of these crossbows. Going for more horse armor could be useful. Monster's not going for blue. That could be very useful. Try and get some conversions. These villagers advancing on forward. Looks like they're eyeing for a castle right there. That'd be a powerful position. His opponent has not deployed out a siege workshop. And does, of course, see this castle go on up. He's going to need to start retaliating against it. He may want to cancel some of these, delete some of these housing over here in order for his crossbows to engage these villagers. Trying to find an opportunity to engage at range. Getting some good damage there onto these knights. Some pikemen go down. This castle will go on up. Does get some good hits there on these villagers. More of these scouts do go on down, and now you have this castle almost complete. Red's castle's not complete. You can pull out some ooblik there to help him break through this region. The armor ripping attribute does not affect buildings. We now have a stable going on up as well, and a stable is deployed there. You could also go potentially for the sacrilege privileges, reducing knight's cost by 60%, which is significant. You have another castle being pulled up on the Malians. Crossbows advancing forward, trying to get some damage on these forces. Does get a bit of damage as well. Focus on these knights one at a time. Needs the pikemen push way forward. There's gold deposits under threat by this castle as well. There is no gold deposits back here, so blue does have access to some gold. They will now have a castle deployed by blue. Gain some good damage there with his arrows. He could potentially get inside the castle as well. Improve his arrow output. It's probably a good idea. He does have, of course, what? Does go ahead and get inside the castle there. Aurelian increases his arrow count there to hit the castle, his opponent's castle harder. Does get outside the castle as well. Red's Knights trying to advance around. Blue's crossbows trying to engage them. And now you got Sakraja, haven't pronounced that, privileges. Knights pushing around. Pikeman does go down there. Long trying to get conversion off there. He may get one conversion. He does get one conversion there, but that knight can be focused down. Blue's having trouble with some of these villagers. Too many villagers task on the fold at the moment. He's now going for a trebuchet. Oh wait, I didn't realize Blue has actually got Imperial Age. Trebuchets can help him break the siege there. We do now have these knights engaging the knights, the converted knights I should say. As Berserker's trying to build a queue, as well as Blue handcart. Does have Arbalist research, trying to go for Thumb Ring. Thumb Ring has been completed. So now has Arbalists. They don't get the final arrow upgrade, but against Knights, they can still put some big holes into them. They're at 9 damage. These Knights still only have... They do have 4 Pierce armor. Bit of overkill there, but he has enough of them here to one-shot these Knights. Does force back Red's assault there. Owls need to repair. They are on fire. Red tried to be a bit of homework there. Trebuchet fire does take on Red's castle there. Red is now going for mass proxy stable. He is at top cap there since of losing that castle. He has not built any monasteries there for relics. We had this castle now seeing massive fire from these Arbalists. He's going to go for the villagers now. One relic has been, or no, not one relic has been claimed by Blue. I thought I saw there was a relic up here. Maybe it's picked up by somebody, or oh, it just got deposited. Blue's now able to claim these 4 gold deposits there. Red's nice trying to push his way forward. Red is not eyeing to go to the next age, so Blue will have a tech advantage probably for the rest of the game. He can get out chemistry out and improve these Arbalist damage output. He also got a good number of camels from the opponent field. He realized his opponent's going for mass knights. I'm going to just go for mass camels. Blue may want to start mixing some pikemen. He does, of course, have squires as well as pierce armor for them. Knights going down. Got more knights pushing way forward. Blue does have a good villager lead as well. Now he does spot these stables. He does at least have 1 trebuchet, 2 trebuchets to pull on the field. Going for another castle now. Does get the heavy camel research as well. Gains quick damage there onto the knight. More knights being put on the field. The Arbalists are a little bit exposed, but there's a good number of them. He can use some formations to keep them mobile. Good setup there. Camels can just charge on in. Yep, Camels not charging on in. Getting some great damage on these knights. He's not going to engage there for Red. He's going to lose a good number of these knights. More Arbalists now put on the field. Camels in the back line report these knights. He does fall back to keep it there as well. Good number of these knights will go down. CS Ballistics research, they are very accurate. Only a couple of camels remain. We've got another first squad of camels here. Right now, even the camels have more health than these knights. Now Blue's trying to counterattack there with potentially a forward castle. This is the Malian castle there, but I believe it's in, yeah, it's in the build radius of some of these guys, so that's going to be interrupted. Red is not eyeing for Imperial Age, and going for these mass knights is not going to be useful versus camels. But he does have cheap knights, but it's in gold cost, which is very important. Blue's trebuchet's not pushing forward. That could be a lot of infrastructure damage. Blue's maybe eyeing for a keep over or a castle over there. Blue's trebuchets have now advanced across the river. Does take out a forest pupper there, and we'll put a castle on top of it. And now do have these trebuchets sitting up, eyeing for a bit of an attack on everything, probably. Red does get out, has a good number of stone collected, but these trebuchets region can't put on more key castles. We got a good line of knights being built out as well. So a good number of them over here, and looks like Red does back of the game as well. Very good holdout there by Blue. This is Grid saying thank you for watching, and on to next replay.